What we got here today is a young gal whose kids are playing in her 71-year-old neighbor's yard and picking up shells from her garden. The neighbor asks the kids to put back the shells and leave her yard. Some not-so-nice words were exchanged, supposedly, and the mama didn't like that. Thus, an all-out war world, three-neighborhood war between these two starts. The all-riled-up, red-hot mama, and hot, as in meaner than a mama wasp and in a horn-tossing mood, takes it to a whole nother level. She proceeds to go to the neighbor's house, blocks her exit, and then beat her 71-year-old neighbor down in her own garage. The neighbor had significant injuries and was just left on the ground with no assistance or no call to 911 by the suspect.
Hey, Elizabeth. Come on out and talk to me.
Yeah, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I was just fixing a call because
So continue with the subject.
I actually need my kids to step out because this involves my children. She was screaming and racial profiling my child. She called him the N-word. So that's what my son called me on the phone because they were shooting their Nerf guns. He's 10.
Yeah.
And he shot the Nerf gun in her yard. She came out. She was screaming at him. Told him that just obviously horrible things because he called me horribly upset. So I go down to confront her. I'm like, hey, you can't talk to children like that. And she's like, I'll talk to anybody any kind of way I want. And I'm like, no, you really cannot talk to children, especially this one right here, my child. And when she stepped up and pushed me really hard and hit me in my face, which caused us to have an altercation. Like, I just had back surgery. I obviously didn't go in a fight because I'm in a dress, in high heels. And I just went down there to defend my child.
Okay. All right, so that was a spontaneous statement, but I'm going to read you your Miranda warning, okay? Not saying you're going to jail, but I have to read you your Miranda rights because there are allegations against you that you...
I have witnesses. Yeah. Can you ask them
but I have to read you your Miranda warnings. I have to ask you more specific questions. I know you just... All right?
Well, holy whackety smokes. I think some people were raised in a barn. And what I mean by a barn is a wackadoodle cuckoo's nest. This fiery redhead holds true to that saying, redheads can be sure shooting the meanest heads of all. Except for our beloved Willie Nelson, of course. He's the calmest redhead I've ever known. Maybe it's all that wacky too-backy, but I digress.
So, obviously, you and her got into a fight, right? You're saying she pushed you, and then that's...
No, she hit me in my face and pushed me. Okay. We were like a little more closer than you and I.
So walk me to the beginning. Okay, your kids were possibly picking up seashells or supposedly
or something. Not what happened.
Okay, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so you tell me from the beginning.
My son told me that that's what she accused him of, and he said, "No, ma'am, that's not what we were doing. My bullet from my Nerf gun fell into your yard. They picked it up and tried to show her, and she was still cursing at them.
Okay, I can see that they were playing around.
Racial profiling, yes, and that's my son's biracial. So,
racial profiling?
Yeah, she called him the N-word several times. Okay. So that's what got my son there, and he's 10.
From a distance, though, right? She never actually went up to your kids.
No, it was.
Like from the threshold of her doorway and
from the driveway where it was. Okay. That's where she came up to them at. Okay. At the street. He wasn't in her actual yard, is what he's saying, and I believe him. So
right. Okay. And then what happened?
I came up and I knocked on her door because I wanted to talk to her, because obviously I wanted to see what was going on, and she wasn't at her door, so she was in the garage, so she was coming out, so I went from her front porch back to the garage door, which is where she met me, which is where we were having the conversation. Okay. And that's where I said, ma'am, those two children right there, and she said that they were throwing shells, and I said, no, ma'am. She said that they had a gun, and I said, ma'am, it was a toy gun, like it's a Nerf gun. She's like, how am I supposed to know? And I'm like, they showed you the bullet. Okay. And
at any point, do you remember her trying to leave or walk past you?
No, she never. Okay. She was walking past me, and she also pushed me out of her way to walk past me.
Okay, so you don't remember because this whole thing was captured on video.
Okay.
Okay, so from the video, it's showing the opposite of what you're telling me. From the video, I see her coming out talking to you in the driveway. You're clearly upset, talking to her or whatever. A conversation, I get it. But in the video, it shows her trying to go past you like this, and you blocking her route of exit.
That not blocking her of exit. That's when she said she could talk to anybody any way she wanted, and I said, not my child. That's when I just stepped in and said, but not my child.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if we're talking like this,
that's all. She also, that's exactly what happened. I didn't.
So when she tried to walk away from you, why'd you step in front of her?
Because she was saying that she could talk to anybody any way she wanted, and he's 10 years old, and I just, not any child. You just can't talk to children any kind of way. It's just not acceptable.
Morally wrong, right? But it's not against the law, correct? As a mother, I can understand where you're coming from, right? But morally, is it wrong? Yeah. Yelling at my child, biracial, statements and stuff like that, right? I can understand you're upset, okay? But when you guys finish that, are going back and forth with each other, she tries to leave or diffuse the situation from walking past you to the right. You take a step to the left. Doesn't matter.
Things. I didn't touch her. I just stepped towards her.
Right. So
she didn't deserve me getting hit in the face or pushed.
So basically, here, this is what it is. When someone tries to, if we're arguing back and forth like you and her were, you guys weren't pushing each other at that point. When she tries to leave like this and you step in her way, you're blocking her path of exit. By law, she has the right to push you out of her way now.
Even if she still has exit way?
You blocked it. She's on her property. Okay? So that's a little education for you.
Even if she's being rude and saying rude things.
Man, being rude is not
I'm saying
criminal.
I can see if I completely blocked her in and caved her in.
Well, you guys were literally right by the garage.
I just stepped and was but not my child.
Right. But this is
put my body into
this is the garage from the video right here, right?
But I didn't block her in if you can see, she still had room.
Are there any other
adults or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Just how many kids are here?
Can you get other people's?
Yeah.
You're gonna be placed under arrest.
Can I put my shoes on?
Yeah, we'll get your shoes.
We'll
have your shoes.
phone numbers and
get that. So right now you're gonna be
I just had surgery on my back. Can you please sit in the front?
No, I can't do that.
Please.
Because from the video, it don't look like your surgery had anything to do with it. So put your hands behind your back.
Can I please let someone know what's going on?
We'll get out of the doorway. Let's get out of the
Can I
doorway.
please put my shoes on?
We'll get your shoes. We'll get your shoes. We'll knock on the door. We'll explain it to the other adult in there.
Oh my God.
615 adult in custody. So lift your hands up so I can double lock them for you.
I'll pull my car up.
Okay. So I'm trying to be courteous to your children. I don't want them to see this. So I want to step over here.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. So right now, you're being placed under arrest for battery on an elderly person, 65 years or older, which is a felony. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
She had plenty of room to still go. She did.
Okay.
She did. This is wrong.
No, man, it's not. What you did was wrong.
No,
you're going over there
not.
to talk to her is one thing, but you can't block somebody's path of exit when they try to leave from in front of you.
I didn't block it. She was not blocked.
You'll have your day in court to discuss it with a lawyer or something like that, and they'll play the video in court. Because it's going to be evidence. So, actually, you know what? Step out for me. I'll take photos of her.
Okay. Do you want an ambulance to come check you out?
No.
Okay.
Step all the way out for me, man. I'm sorry.
I'll take them because I already got the iron on my phone.
So she's got some. I'm gonna just raise your. Is it your right knee? Okay. So an injury right there. That looks like that's from the ground when you threw her on the ground.
Yeah.
And then get her arms in her face. And you battered her pretty good.
She fell, which is what battered her.
Okay.
You get scratches on your arms, right?
No.
We get a good picture of her face and her arms.
I don't have nothing on my hands.
Just
or
get it.
anything.
So
She literally
just
fell on the
disappear.
ground, which is what happened.
Okay.
You don't have any weapons or drugs on you, do you?
No.
Okay. You ever been
I'm just going to take a picture of your face, make sure it's fine.
Do you know your
My kids are very. Can
social?
you go get Miss Emily? No, I need. Tell call Paige. Call Paige and Ivan.
Have a
Right
seat.
now.
Have a seat in the car for me.
Paige and Ivan. I gotta do this one.
Yeah, take your time.
Hey, Jerry, ask her if it's okay to get her with her friend.
It's okay for your kids to be with your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. She says yes. Watch your right leg. Good news.
You got her?
I got her.
What'd she say?
She owned up to it. Yeah. So,
You know, I'm just so glad I didn't open my front door because I always keep my handgun. You know, I worked on a police
Yeah.
department, and
Oh,
you
really?
never know.
yeah.
I
That would have
have
been burglary battery. That would have been additional felony
for her or me.
for her.
Oh.
Like burglary
I
battery.
just can't believe a mother, well, she's young, would let it go. You know, I said to her, it's over. They left laughing. They told me to fuck off. I told them to fuck off. It's
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
You know, I shouldn't have said the F word to them, but we both said it. I mean, these kids today are not like we were
Yeah.
raised. None of that crap bothers them. But
You did the right thing, honestly.
you were right. She did block me when I walked. You know, it happened so quick. You don't see it all.
That's why, you know, it's this job. We
You
look
know,
at
those boys
specific-
I think they targeted me because I have
Yeah.
video. You can have that video. They come from around the corner right to my house, right to my property. And
Are you like the mean lady on the block?
no,
or,
actually, I have neighbors that like me, but I don't.
No, like from
I
like
don't-
kids that like always want to.
Well, because I would yell at them when the balls hit my garage
okay.
door.
So
and
they probably come to agitate
oh, there's
you.
like a list on the computer. I remember when
Alright.
Officer Cox came out. He
Yeah.
says, I read this much, and you did
So they
nothing.
probably come to
I said, oh,
agitate
thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. Do they live here?
So yes, they actually live. I just want to say you did a phenomenal job, being 71 years old.
I had to get that
for-
plate because I knew if
you
she
got the
left, I
plate?
didn't know what she did, and she ain't getting away with
Yeah,
this.
you
There's
got
no
the
reason
plate?
to get fitted.
Oh yeah, you got the plate. You got a picture of her in the car driving. The car comes back registered to her. You have great video of the entire incident.
I covered the whole street. I
Oh yeah.
crisscrossed it.
No, I mean
That comes from working with detectives.
Yeah,
when I
man.
was younger, they taught me
This-
cover the whole area. You don't want to
Yeah.
just see what's in front. You want to see where they came from and where they
you
went.
made a really solid case for.
And
Oh, here I got one for you. So
did the kids even say why they
I didn't
did
talk.
it?
So I didn't
Oh.
talk to the kids just because everything else.
Does she have a history, a criminal record? or
Yeah,
no?
she's had prior batteries, but nothing that would.
And she didn't hesitate to throw a punch.
Yeah,
But
she has prior batteries, but none that I can use for this one as prior because they were either dropped or abandoned. So she was
Well,
never
I'm not
charged with them.
dropping.
No, and hopefully you don't because
No, I won't.
you know.
But they'll notify me because I'm counting on the DA to notify
Yeah,
me.
so
not drop the ball.
after she goes and she gets like arraigned or not arraigned, but goes to the jail, I'm gonna call and set what's called a state of.
Bond out. Keep her a day. Teach
I-
her a lesson.
No, hopefully they don't. I mean, she still might get a bond,
Yeah.
but based on the scenario and everything, you know, you would just sign.
Right here.
This
You
button
gotta help
right
me.
here. That's okay.
I know I was shaky. I did the best I could.
Right here, you just sign your signature. Everything on there is true, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, the woman I thought was younger, her friend, I think it was her mom.
That was a friend. That was
Oh,
a
it was a
friend.
friend.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was a friend because she grabbed her off and they basically
Yeah,
just
she
left
still
you there.
kept pounding away.
So did she punch you in the face? Punch you in the face, or?
Yeah, if you look at the video, she kept punching. Even when I yelled, I'm 71 years old, I just finished chemo, she popped me again, and I went to poke her eye out. You know, I was always
Yeah,
taught.
you're protecting
Well,
yourself.
I don't have the strength, so I think she knew I went to poke her eye out because I tried and she went back and that's when she popped me again. I think she realized
She
I was trying to
had the
poke
only
my eye out.
injury. She didn't have. Your injuries are way more severe than
yeah,
hers.
yeah.
She didn't have any injuries to her face or her arms. She did have a cut on her right leg, but that's from
That's from the
obviously the
shells.
she cells. You know, I took all this
Well, I
in.
remember, I thought I got a shot in her face, but I'm not
Either
strong.
way,
With
ma'am,
chemo, I'm weak.
Either way, ma'am,
But-
you tried to. You
I'm
talked to her, which is
floored
fine,
over this.
and you tried to leave, and she blocked you. All right.
Yeah.
At that point, you have a right to, to protect yourself. She can't force you to stay there and engage with her.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Well, if I would have opened the front door, I think it would have ended up worse.
Well,
I
I'm
really
glad
do,
that I'm
but-
glad that didn't
And I had
happen.
no video on the front door.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine, but we
Yeah.
would. I mean, we would have to. Hopefully that doesn't come, but obviously you're familiar with the law. You know how.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
so you carry a gun, and then that's your right. So you don't.
Well,
I'm
I
not
have
here
to
to
do it
contest
because
that.
if
So.
someone breaks in, they're not there to wish you happy birthday. You know,
Yeah, I get it.
mean,
Listen, I
I try
carry
never
a gun
to
too
use
at
it,
home.
but-
I want to protect my family.
Well, look
and
at having brothers that were hunters.
and nothing stops you
working
from
on it.
coming outside to see what's going on. Banging at your door, I will be like,
I don't know
"Who's-"
if I'll be doing that anymore because I just
But-
never had anyone throw a
but
punch.
but you coming outside to see who's banging it on your door isn't engaging in her in a fight. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have every right to come see who's on your property, who's banging
Well,
at your door.
That was a bang and bang. I
Right,
didn't even
and
look
you
to see
you
what was
came out of
doing.
the side because you knew
Well,
the threat
you see
and
how
aggression was
crowded
there.
Yeah, and
You
then
know,
my house has so much
Yeah.
furniture. It's narrow, and within seconds, the minute I heard boom,
If
boom,
she'd
boom,
have
I
came
knew
through right
it was a
here,
parent.
if she'd have came through right here and banged on your door and you came out and she'd have beat you up right here, she would have been charged with burglary battery because this is a curtilage. And
Oh,
she
really? I
yeah,
didn't
this
know.
is your curtilage. She comes in your
I have video there.
if that was the case. Right out there is still on your property. You have a right to stand your ground. You tried to leave and walk. She blocked
It's not
it.
worth it. It's the kids. You
No.
know, these kids I yell at and it doesn't
Yeah.
do. In fact, these one kids were nothing but harassment, and they
Mm-hmm.
ended up breaking into the house on the corner, Alyssa's
Yeah.
house. But to make a long story short, the one kid I knew was like the little ringleader.
Yeah.
So one day wherever they saw me come down the street, I dropped off my elderly friend from shop. And make a long story short,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he started to walk down the street to be in front of my house as I pulled back in. So I said to him, I says, and I used the language, you have to stoop to the level. I says, listen,
Yeah.
you little fucking bastard.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the cops and say you have bulgy pockets and you have a gun every time I see you and you're drinking, and I'm going to send the cops to Mr. and Mrs. O'Brien's house every time I see you. Now, do you want to get along and we have a nice Thanksgiving? Do you know, officer, he was nice and he always said hi to me and I never had a problem. Never after that. Sometimes you have to stoop to their level. And it worked. Other times it don't. And then I had a guy spit on me a few months ago because of the no dog pee. He threw all kinds of shit at my house. I went in the back, and I knew who he was. I was having problems in January, and I even told who's the elder, Joel Quantabaum and the other. Quantabaum.
Yeah, he's our
There's another one, an elder for seniors. I never can think of his name. He stops by once in a while. But anyway, I said to Rick, Rick, why are you throwing shit at my house? So you've got two choices, Rick. I press charges and take you to court for the shit you just threw at my house, call the police, or you go clean it up. Be a man and go clean it up. He came over to clean it up, and his wife almost kicked the shit out of me. It's like, over a no dog pee sign. The officer said, you want us to arrest him? I said, no.
Yeah. Here, okay?
Okay.
So call us tonight and call it in the morning.
Yeah, the judge can see.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, I
No,
won't be
perfect.
healed by tomorrow.
No, this is perfect.
I'll walk in with my bag of
Don't even-
raspberries.
Listen, don't, obviously I want the swelling and stuff to go down,
Yeah,
but
I'll
don't
keep
put any
on some.
makeup. Go in there
Oh, no.
just as how, banged up you are now so the judge can really get an idea of what she did
Yeah, I
to you.
haven't even washed anything yet.
The suspect is arrested and charged with battery on a person 65 years of age or older. She enters a plea deal with the prosecutor and gets 24 months probation. She pays $50 every month to cover the costs. She was also ordered to pay $1,100 for fines and fees and $175 as restitution for the victim. If you like what you're watching, we would be mighty grateful to you if you would go hit those subscriber, like, and share buttons harder than a raccoon in a trash can at midnight.